Top of the day to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. First of all, I just want to appreciate those that have subscribed to our channel. Thank you, thank you, and thank you. I also want to say a big thank you to those that comment. You know, sometimes your comment is very important. Those that also have said our video is good and have given us like, I also say thank you. Where the last video I did about Oshombanjo, somebody criticized me. I was happy because it was constructive criticism. He said two things, and those are the two things I'm going to address now. First of all, he said Oshombanjo is not the president. So, it's the commander-in-chief, President Buhari, that will have to hold responsible for the havoc, for the evil that have befallen Nigeria. I agree totally. The second point was that he said Nigeria is not at war, even though things are bad or things are really looking very rough. But Nigeria is not at war now. I said, okay. So I'm going to respond to those two questions. I am happy that somebody will bring out a point so that we'll discuss. I've listened to your arguments and now listening to mine. I have made several videos. Before we even started our YouTube channel, we were making videos on Facebook. And most of the topic are centered on the deaf ear, the nonchalant attitude that Buhari has had in this issue about insecurity in Nigeria. All our videos are channeled to him because he is the commander-in-chief. He is the man at the helm of affairs. So the failure of this government will solely lie on him because he have refused to do the needful. That's on that point. So I have never blamed Oshobanjo. What I said, I commented on a speech that he made. He begged Nigeria that we should try to stop the war that is coming. I was angry. I will tell you why I was angry. You see, as the presidency, a man working in the presidency, he should be loaded with a lot of information. A lot of information about what is going on in that country. I will give you some. You see, 2015, a secret meeting was held in Dubai by some group of Arab Africans, including some from the Middle East. And that meeting was to Islamize Nigeria. Many people didn't know about that meeting, and probably the Nigerian government would not even know about that meeting because we don't have intelligence enough. That's the truth. But even within Nigeria, there were a lot of signs to tell us we are at war. For example, February 14, 2018, a press conference was held by who? I will just read it. Federation Nationality Movements, Fulani Nationality Movements, 2018. That press conference came out because a lot of regions, a lot of governors rejected the Ruga. So they now came out with a press conference. It's on national TV. It's everywhere. And the press conference was a warning to Nigeria. And they gave conditions that if these conditions were not met, they are starting a war. 2018, they are starting a war. This is not Boko Haram. This is Herdsmen, Fulani Nationality Movement. Herdsmen, 2018. And the guy who gave that press conference was Bala Amandu. You check it out. In that press conference, 1804 jihad was mentioned 4 times. 4 times. And the middle better was accused as one of the reasons why they failed in 1804 to conquer the whole of Nigeria. So they were going to lash terror in the teeth. These are people who live in the middle belt, Benue, Kogi. And if you watch what is going on lately, a lot of IDP camps have been attacked this year alone, twice in Benue State. I think last year, more than twice or three. These are people that have been displaced out of their own home. They now find a place for them. They are also going there to attack them. And you say this is not war. So 2018 was when the Fulani nationality movement declared war on Nigeria. That is for that. Before President Buhari comes in, there were news that there are influx of migrants coming from the coastal side of West Africa, and they were mostly Fulani. It's on channels. There were news that there's an influx of migrants coming in before the election. And even Buhari has said that if he did not win, there will be war. I'm taking you back. We also heard that Jonathan said that he was the government in power. He could well have said, no, I am going nowhere. He will start to fight to stay in power. But Jonathan said, one single blood is not worth his staying in power. Because of that one, he gently just step away so that there will not be war. So even before Oshoma Angel comes in, there have been that threat about war. Buhari came in, fine. Even up till now, he has not tagged the Boko Haram terrorist group. Even with the havoc that they are doing, he still have not tagged them terrorist group. IPOP came up. They have killed nobody. They were just protesting. And the federal government tagged them terrorist group. That's for that. Do you know that when the NSAS protests came up, there were a lot of Nigerians who were rich, musicians, celebrities, were financing the protest. People were cooking, eating. It was a peaceful protest until the hoodlums came in and spoiled the whole thing. Do you know that CBN blocked the accounts of many top artists, activists who were supporting the NSAS protest. Their accounts were frozen. Boko Haram is using trillions of money, trillions of naira to buy arms. And these arms, the circulation of the currency goes out and arms comes in. How is it that the CBN is not aware that such a transaction, an evil transaction is going on, to be able to block this merchandise that are supplying arms into Nigeria? Why? That's a question that I am leaving for you to answer. You see, the banditry are moving freely in the northern parts. Why? Because 30% of the Nigerian army is either Boko Haram, Herdsmen, or banditry. I am not the one saying it. Remember when President Buhari granted freedom to repentant Boko Haram, they took them in, educate them, and employ them as military. They said they have been reformed. These military guys went into the military and they are part of the military. Have they really been reformed? That is the question I'm asking that, my brother. We also had soldiers coming out to complain that before they make a move, Boko Haram knew what they were going to do. So the question is, do Boko Haram have an insider in the military? That question now you are the answer. Few days ago, a police officer came out and said that he regretted being a police officer because anytime the herdsmen were caught and taken to the station, before he could jack, they are released with their weapon. Why the IPOP guy or anybody protesting is charged to court? So the question I'm asking now, is the government another name for this terrorist group? Is the government part of Boko Haram? Or is Boko Haram part of the government? Is the herdsmen part of the government? Or the government is part of the herdsmen? Is the banditry part of the government? Or the government part of the banditry? That's the question I'm asking you. I don't know. So you tell me. Tell me. Watch this video and tell me. I remember before Jonathan left, he said there is even Boko Haram in his cabinet. We did not ask him to point who that person is. We did not. We just laughed over it. Said, Jonathan, you are too weak. Jonathan, you are too weak. He said Boko Haram was in his cabinet. When he said cabinet, he is talking about ministers. Not just cleaner or whatever. I believe he's talking about ministers. Part of his cabinet. So the question is, Nigerian government. When I say Nigerian government, I'm not talking about we. I'm talking about those who've elected. Because we, by definition, we're also part of government. But people we've elected, they don't want to stop these terrorists out. They don't want to stop Boko Haram. Because they have the same agenda with Boko Haram. If not, I am not a military man. I know 4 ways the Boko Haram will be checked. The banditry will be checked. 4 ways. The common sense. The first thing you should do, no civilian should hold AK-47. Total ban. You are herdsmen, carry your stick. No civilian should hold AK-47. That's the first thing. Two, close the northern borders. People don't come in and go freely. Close your border. Three, when you want to fight in the north, carry soldiers from the south. Because now you don't really know who are the real soldier and who are the Boko Haram. That's number three. Carry soldiers from the south to fight in the north. All of them from the captain to the lowest will be Satan. Last month, a Air Force plane, according to news, accidentally hit a truck loaded with Nigerian soldiers. A Nigerian Air Force plane accidentally hit the truck loaded with Nigerian soldiers. It's on social media. So the question is, what happened? No coordination. And the funny thing, the soldiers, the barrack was being raided, and then the radio for head support, and the head support that came finished the job the banditry was doing. Number four, bike should be banned. Bike should be banned. You understand? All the bike should be banned. Nobody should go about with bike. And the fifth one, I said four, but I want just to add a jara, may I just put a jara? 6 to 6 coffee will be imposed from Benue, that's from the middle belt to the north. Impose coffee. Why you are doing all these ones? Your top security agent should be on ground to give you information if it is working or if it is not working. You understand? So, my people, I am not in support of Boko Haram. I am not in support of the Herdsmen. I am not in support of the hip-hop. I am not in support of anything that has to do with violence. But there's one thing I believe. Protest is the voice of the unheard. When people start to protest, listen to them. Call them in, listen to them, see why they are protesting. And if there is a way you could have an accord, you have an accord. If this issue at the very beginning was tackled, this rebel here and here, banditry and here, it will not get to this stage. It will not get to this stage. So, my people, we will keep letting you know our opinion, and we also want you to tell us your own opinion. They say two heads are better than one. So that is why we in any TV is saying thank you, thank you, thank you. And once again, we want to tell you all, subscribe to our channel. It's a new channel. Please subscribe. By the time you subscribe, each time we upload video, it gets to you immediately. And I get your feedback. And sometimes 2-3 days, I don't open the comment after I have made the video. So that is why it's important that the day you get in touch with us is important. You get the video, just comment. Because when we've gone, we don't go back again. So my people, now there we go end this video. It's a little bit long. I apologize, but I just wanted to add two things, That's the question that my friends asked, and also to tell you how these people are operating, that we are in for trouble. So, like we used to say here, stay blessed, stay safe. Ciao, adios, bye bye. So we'll catch you on the next video.